On the evening of February 24, 2006, 24-year-old Crystal Theobald was riding in a car with her boyfriend and brother through the streets of Riverside, California. They were headed to a nearby store, unaware that they had entered the territory of a local gang. Crystal had no affiliation with gangs. She was a mother of 2 young children and was working hard to rebuild her life. That night, she was in the passenger seat of a white sedan, chatting with her boyfriend while her brother sat in the back. As they passed through a particular neighborhood, members of the 5150 gang spotted their car. Believing it belonged to a rival gang, several gang members jumped into vehicles and began to follow. One of those chasing was William Jokes Sotelo, who drove a black SUV that carried several of his fellow gang members. At an intersection, Sotelo's SUV pulled up alongside Crystal's car. One of the passengers, Julio Heredia, pointed a gun at them. In a matter of seconds, he opened fire. Bullets struck the car and one of them hit Crystal in the head. Her boyfriend was also injured but survived. Crystal was rushed to the hospital where she was placed on life support. 2 days later, her family made the heartbreaking decision to remove her from it. She died on February 27, 2006. The shooting sent shockwaves through Riverside. Crystal's family was devastated and her mother, Belinda Lane, vowed to find everyone responsible. Investigators learned the car Crystal was in had been mistaken for one driven by a rival gang. It was a senseless killing based on an assumption. Authorities quickly identified Julio Heredia as the shooter. He was arrested and charged with murder. Several others were taken into custody as accomplices. However, one person remained at large for years. William Sotelo, the driver of the SUV that chased Crystal's car, vanished shortly after the shooting. Belinda Lane refused to give up. She began posting messages to MySpace, a popular social media site at the time, pretending to flirt and befriend people in the gang. She eventually connected with Sotelo, who had created a fake profile. Using her own fake account, she got him to engage in conversation. Eventually, he revealed his real name and location. With that information, law enforcement was able to locate Sotelo in Mexico. He was arrested in 2016, a full 10 years after the murder of Crystal Theobald. He was extradited to the United States to face charges. Julio Heredia was tried and convicted of first-degree murder in 2011. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Sotelo pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and was sentenced in 2020 to 22 years in prison. Crystal's family continued to speak out about gang violence. Her mother, Belinda, dedicated herself to preventing other families from experiencing the same loss. She appeared in a Netflix documentary about the case, sharing how social media and determination brought justice. The murder of Crystal Theobald was a tragic case of mistaken identity. She was a young mother with dreams and a future, taken away in a moment of blind rage. Her family's persistence played a key role in ensuring those responsible were held accountable.